Enumclaw have quickly become local legends in the Seattle scene, and for good reason. Their first EP, Jimbo Demo, came out last year in 2021, and they've already toured the US, but their plans don't stop there. Today I have the privilege of talking to them and finding out more. Guys, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, first of all, I've read fragments of your history online, so like how Aramis and Nathan used to be in an emo band. Nathan and Ladaniel used to go for karaoke there in Tacoma, so you guys all kind of knew each other already, but what was like the definitive moment when you decided you were going to like make music together?
Ooh, really, I mean, I met Nathan and me and him were kind of already, he was helping me in my projects and stuff a while back.
Okay.
I met him through Aramis. So I think music's kind of, for us, have always been in our lane. We've always kind of known we were going to pursue some kind of career, some kind of lane for that, some kind of way to stick with that in our lives. And after meeting Aramis and hanging out with him throughout like pretty much all of 2016, I feel like I could speak for him and say, yeah, music's always been a part of his life. Like he's always gravitated to it. Like he's always kind of tried to stick his nose in whatever's going on right now in the scene and like stay a part of it. So it's not a surprise, I think, that any of us are where we're at right now. I know Eli's been making music himself. Like he's been a whiz on the computer and shit. So
awesome.
So like, yeah, everybody's pretty music oriented. I don't know. Like pretty much, I don't know, everyone seems like a natural musician to me.
Cool. The other thing was, did you guys end up playing your first show at Bob's Java Jive like you wanted to?
We did not.
Have you played one at all yet there?
Not at Bob's, no.
Not at Bob's.
All right.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know if that's going to happen. We almost did, and then, I don't know, some stuff on their end didn't really work out.
Damn. All right. Well, hopefully one day. And then just out of curiosity, like, what was that emo band you guys were in? And is there a way that people can listen to that?
Well, Aramis wasn't in that band with me, but
okay.
I was in a band. It was like started in high school. It was called Mixtape Minus, which is just a bad name, but it was just 2 words. Because, we were high schoolers. We didn't really give a fuck what it was called. And then, and then it kind of turned into, and then we like changed the name to like Home Movies, but they never really released any music. But like there is a Bandcamp and there's a couple like videos on YouTube that are pretty funny.
Okay, sweet. I'll have to check that out. And then what does your like songwriting, recording process look like? Because I know it ranges from band to band and I always just love to hear the responses.
Ooh. I mean, a lot of the times it's like we'll just be at band practice and like Aramis will pull up like, hey, I wrote this song the other day. And like that whole side of it is him. I don't even really know what he does. I think he just kind of hangs out at the house and like gets inspiration from, wherever he pulls it from. But a lot of the times it's just he brings his project that's basically like was written on like an acoustic and he's playing it on the electric and we just fill in the blanks or we'll like brainstorm what could work better and all that. That's what makes it fun.
Awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, Aramis kind of brings a song in and then we work it out. That can take like one practice or it can take like a year to finally like get the arrangement right.
Right.
And then, recording. I mean, this time, like, like we went to like a local studio here, spent like 10 days, like recording a bunch of stuff. And then like the EP was just recorded at our friend Spencer's house.
And you guys are on a label already, is that right? Or just did they just release your first EP?
Youth Riot. That's Spencer and Daniel. Yeah.
Shout out Youth Riot.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they're like a small like tape thing. It's just Spencer and Daniel running that themselves. So they put out everything. They've done a really good job. I mean, it's Spencer, the same guy that recorded us. He's the one who runs Youth Riot. They put out a bunch of cool stuff. And they both have a couple bands. They're really cool.
That's awesome. I was so happy when you guys put up the rest of your like merch on Bandcamp because I missed out on it the first time. So I went ahead and bought the cassette and the CD. So I'm hyped for that.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah. You guys have to restock your like hoodies and stuff though. You guys were sold out in my size.
Everybody wants to
We do. They're expensive.
They're really awesome though. What made you guys choose like the is that like the Neighborhood Watch logo?
Yeah, it is.
You guys just saw it and thought it was cool.
Like an idea Aramis had, and he for the most part we work with the same like graphic designer for most of at least all of our like logos, like iconography stuff. Merch and posters can be different people, but it was just yeah, Aramis's idea, and then the man Nick Supa kind of made it look really good.
Yeah, I love it. And then we were just talking about music and the recording process a little bit. There have also been rumors floating around. You guys have new stuff coming out soon. Can you speak to that at all?
I can say that we can say there's new stuff. We can't say when though, but there is. Yeah, a lot of good shit.
Cool.
I think if you like the EP, you'll like the album a lot more.
Awesome. So a lot more. So is it in a different style, or is it just a little more polished, maybe? Or
You have to wait and see.
damn.
Yeah.
All right. Not getting
Wait
anything
and
with you guys. So the main story for a while when you guys were first starting out is that you guys already had a positive review in Pitchfork before even playing your first show. Do you think there were any good choices you made early on that led to your success, or do you think it was mostly just chance?
A little bit of both, probably. I mean, everything we did was with purpose. We definitely planned everything we did and went over it a bunch of times before we did it. So I can't really say that can't really say it was chance for the most part. But definitely, yeah, there is some luck attached to that. Could have been anybody, but why can't it be us?
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everything has chance. Like when you work with music, like everything about the whole thing is like there's gonna be, you can be the best ever and like nobody sees it. So you got to get lucky in some regard. Got lucky in the right moment.
Yeah, it's definitely a little like timing, chance, luck, but we also, we had videos and stuff ready to go before we even like released music. So we had like a good rollout plan. And I think like having videos for like every song on the EP really like helped people kind of like gravitate like, oh, this is cool, and kind of like connect with us a little bit.
Definitely. Do you think it was mostly your videos that drew people to it, or?
In my opinion, yeah, probably the videos. I think that's what like the music stands on its own, but the videos were just like that extra touch that like kind of let people see the world of what we do, and like the motivations behind it.
Absolutely, and they're super well done. I was gonna say, if I had to describe your videos in one word, I would say either raw or authentic. Like no matter the feeling of the song, they just come across very stripped down and genuine. So is that something that you aim for when you make a video?
Well, those early ones, it was what just kind of working with what we had.
Okay.
Just like making it happen.
I say that much. Yeah, we definitely wanted to use we had, limited resources, but I think we did a good job of like getting the point across and making sure the message was really put out there. I think people watch the videos and they definitely can understand where we're coming from and understand, like you said, like a little bit of the rawness and like, it's just, use what you got, give it your all, try your best, throw some passion in there. People will recognize it and probably relate to it.
And at least I could say this for the video for Fast and All. I think it perfectly captures like the grittiness of Tacoma, and that kind of like bleeds through in your music as well. Because I know, Seattle's obviously a very legendary scene. Do you think the scene has any influence on the music you make?
I can't speak for everybody, but for me it does a little bit. Yeah, I say there's definitely some artists out here who inspire me a little bit, and I take a little bit from them, like a little bit of their like. I'm like in little competitions with them. Like I got some friends who I grew up in, they're in like different lanes in music, and I watch them and I see how aggressive they are in their lane, in their field, and I kind of take from them a little bit because it is competitive. It's a little rough out here in Tacoma in music. Like the scene's kind of in a weird place. Everyone's trying to make it, but everyone's trying to make it. So I say, yeah, it's definitely. I think because of that, yeah, there's like a competitive nature here that's really at the forefront. And that's what I think makes everyone a little bit aggressive, gritty, like in their music. I can't speak for everybody, but for me, for sure. Like I definitely feel like competitive when I look around. And I'm like, all right, that dude's cool. I can't wait to be better than him. Like I can't.
That's a bar. No, yeah, I feel like my perspective on that thing is a little different. Like I'm so new to all this. Like I didn't know really anybody from the scene or whatever until like I joined the band or like our first release or whatever. So my side of it is just like kind of coming into it all and like seeing who is cool or like who's like, already kind of established in our little bubble, but like maybe we want to be competitive. Like at first I didn't understand any of that. So it's like getting into like the whole vibe or whatever. It's been fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think a lot of the classic like Pacific Northwest stuff, like influenced me, and I know like Aramis is into a lot of that stuff. And I think, like being here, like the weather and everything, the way it looks kind of influences the sound of all the music that comes from here, whether it's all the like grunge stuff or, you know, like Death Cab, all the indie, whatever, and even like the rap music. Like there's just like something about it, a little like darkness in it or whatever. That, yeah, it's just like, I think it's just part of the sound up here.
Cool. And I was thinking about this when Ladaniel was responding, but is there like a distinguishable Tacoma scene that's different from Seattle, or is it all kind of lumped together, do you think?
They're definitely different.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the scenes in Seattle and Tacoma are both kind of like almost non-existent right now.
That's a tough one. They're different, but they definitely intersect. They have to, I feel like. They have to. They rely on each other a little bit, I feel like, sometimes.
Got it.
Like, a lot of people from Tacoma support Seattle. A lot of people do business with people from Tacoma for stuff. So I feel like you kind of have to rely on each other to get out of here a little bit or to get your music out.
Cool. Have you played shows with other local bands before in the area?
We haven't really yet, have we? I mean, we played with Chastity Belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
Naked Giants.
Like, just like a regular like local band. But yeah, and Naked Giants played a show over the summer.
Those two, that's about it.
And then we played with like a local rapper, Glenn.
Right, Glenn and them.
That's cool. So when I was talking, I interviewed Naked Giants a few months ago, but when I was talking to them, they mentioned you guys because they were talking about their tour that's coming up here. And I think it was Gianni who said,
if somebody went to their show who didn't like music at all, they would leave an Enumclaw fan.
Wow.
They're just so like, they get you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you get a similar response from other people, or do you think of yourself that way? Or
I think I've heard it enough now to where I'm starting to believe it. It's starting
That's
to hold
awesome.
some weight. Yeah.
They said that? Oh my god.
Right. You know, I'm like, oh, okay.
Sweetheart.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for
the most part, I think we just give it our all when we're on the stage, man. I think we just really try our best. We get up there. We always do our signature. Aramis has us do like that signature. What's it called? What's it called? We do before we go on stage. The toast.
We do like a little toast.
Kind of like a cheer toast.
It's like a toast.
Take a shot.
Yeah.
Take a shot of the most disgusting alcohol the venue has.
Right. With a speech attached to it. And
we like huddle up like we're in like a football team. It's kind of sick.
that's awesome. Is that just something you do backstage?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Every
something to get us in the zone and just to, you know, really pump us up and get the energy flowing, because sometimes it's not rough or it's not easy to get up there and get the emotions riled up, you know, especially I can't speak for everybody, but for me on tour, it was kind of rough getting up there. I was nervous a lot of nights. I was always like, shit, I don't know how I'm going to do. I'm seeing how big some of these rooms are we were hitting. So it was nice. So I can definitely thank some of those speeches for keeping me, keeping me grounded. No, you're good. Right.
So yeah, for me, I feel like that moment is kind of like the on switch. It's like, you know, the rest of the day setting up, blah, 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 you're just a regular dude. But once we do that little like speech or whatever, then you're the Enumclaw guy. And you go up there and you do your thing as 100% as you can. I guess it was working.
Battery in my back, for real.
Exactly.
That's cool. It must be really nice to have some sort of like familiarity to bring with you guys on the road. Like, I think that's really important. Some sort of ritual like right before the show helps to kind of like ground you anywhere that you are. So I think it's good to have that. And just speaking of your tour, you guys have already played your first US tour with, I think it was Nothing and Frankie Rose, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what were like your touring experiences like? Because this was the first time for all of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a wild adventure, man. Wild adventure. Every day it was something. Every day.
Yeah, every day was different, but also kind of exactly the same. But it was a lot of fun. We couldn't have had like better people like taking us out on tour. Like nothing, like they were just hella nice. They really took care of us. Frankie Rose, the crew, they were cool. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like, I think most of us really hadn't seen that much of the country before. And it was, I mean, even if it was just from like a band window, it's cool to just experience all these new things. And then like, I don't know, like we were releasing music like while everything was still locked down and no one knew if like shows would really happen again in the same way.
Right.
So there's no way for us to really see that like people were really listening to the music besides like looking at like the numbers on Spotify or seeing articles. But it was like, oh shit, like there's real people here who like came to see us. There was a couple shows where there were like people in our merch, like who came in our merch. They didn't like buy it there. And then, yeah, people would like, you know, come up to us beforehand and be like, oh, I came just for you guys. Like, what the
That's
fuck?
true.
Like,
The fans were a big part of that, for real. Going to all them little random pockets of like the world and like actually seeing like, oh, someone actually knows who we are out here. It was kind of crazy. It was surreal at some points, actually.
And playing shows is just fun. So just getting to do that night after night and like really, I mean, I think it's like, it's better practice than like any band practice could be too, because it's way higher stakes and you're literally doing it every day. So like I think by the time we got back we were like a completely different band.
I was like emotional at the end of the tour. I remember the last show. I was like crying. I was like, oh my god!
Back there, Frankie's crying
because it's just like
emotional.
It's a beautiful thing.
I was emotional every show. Every show. Especially after I got hit by the car, I was emotional every show.
Oh my god, dude!
Every show.
That's a story. Maybe we should tell them about that.
Yeah,
I don't remember what state it was in though.
That was in DC.
DC. Oh yeah, fuck DC.
dude, that's crazy. So like, I'm from the Northwest originally, but I'm going to school right now in DC. Actually, I wanted to go see you guys, but it just didn't work out for me that night.
Stay away from the scooters. Stay off from fucking scooters, man. Just walk or get a bike. Don't ride the scooters.
That was a good show, though.
Fast. That was a great show. Yeah, it honestly was.
Yeah, he got hit by a fucking car before our set, and then we still played. I don't know how he did it.
I was on one of my scooters, and dude hit me, and then fucked up my arm pretty damn bad, and I ended up just taking some Tylenol and getting drunk before the show, and it's pretty good. We squared it away.
I remember it wasn't like funny, but it was kind of funny because like, all right, that's horrible, but like
it was a
like
weird time. It was a weird.
I was like the way I found
it was
out
like the third show on tour.
Yeah, like I was like not paying attention, just like skating in the back of the venue, and I come over and this man's like in shambles, like just like taking shots back. I'm like, what happened?
We had all split up and gotten food at different places before the show, and then like we all kind of started walking back, and I was like walking back with our friend Chris, and then we ran into Aramis, I think, and Aramis was like on the phone with Ladaniel because we were like, where the fuck is Ladaniel? Like we can't find him.
I got like,
and then you're like on the phone, and you're like, oh, I got the craziest story to tell you guys. Like Aramis says that, and then he gets here. And it's like, oh, I got hit by a car. It's like, that's not what I thought he was going to say.
I was only 5 minutes away. It was nuts, man. Like, I thought I had it, too. It was crazy. I was on the scooter. I was zooming. I was doing so good. I was like, oh, this shit is fun, man. We need more of these back home. This is tight, right? I'm like, this thing goes pretty fucking fast. I can be there in no time, right? I'm jumping off the fucking sidewalk with it. I'm thinking, this is cool. Nope. Some dude in a big black truck just says, from the side and throws me to the fucking street, and then I'm like, oh my god! And everyone around me starts freaking out. It's like all these like young white women around me and stuff asking if I want to go to the hospital. I'm like, no, I'm cool. Don't touch me. I'm cool. I got it. Don't touch me. I'm cool. I got it. I get up and I get on the phone and I walk off. Yeah. Dude was cool about it. He was just sad he hit me. You know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he was cool about it. But yeah, that was DC.
Damn.
DC. Hit by a car in DC. Yeah. So if I ever go back, which I don't think I'll ever go back. So, ain't the PTSD.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna have to play the 930 Club some point.
Oh yeah.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck.
You chose the travel to DC career.
That hell is
don't touch the damn scooters.
It's a lawless town, man. Them things go too fast, like 40 miles an hour. Yeah. At first it was fun, and then But even in the back of my head, while I'm on it, I'm like, this thing is going a little too fast, man. I'm like, I don't know I don't know how fast these things are like legally allowed to go, but I'm like, I should need a license for this.
The amount of times I've seen people like smoke themselves on those things is like ridiculous. Those are not safe.
It's not safe, no.
Yeah, it's funny. They actually like you used to be able to ride them around on the sidewalks, and then I think they actually. I mean, everyone still rides them around on the sidewalks, but you're supposed to ride them like in the bike lane now. Like that's how dangerous they can be.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they go dumb fast. I was so shocked when I got up because I pulled it out from under dude's car and they were cool about it. And so, like, luckily, some guy who works for the company walked by and was like, "Oh, I'll refund you, man." And I was like, "What fucking luck is that?" All right, I guess. I was like, "Cool, I don't got to pay for this." Good. I would hate to pay for the scooter I got hit on. I didn't even get to go nowhere.
How much was it? Like $2?
You know, I don't even know. I'm thinking. I don't know how much it would have been. He just refunded me, but I was like definitely sad. I was like, shit, I didn't get to go nowhere, but I'm sure it's still running me up, man, because I'm just sitting here with it now. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude came refunding me. It was sweet, so I was happy about that. Guy wasn't like mad about this car. I didn't really fuck up his car. We just fucked up the scooter. Like,
And yourself.
over the scooter. And me, yeah. I lost a good pair of pants.
Damn.
To that.
You didn't have to go to the hospital though, right?
I did not go to the hospital.
Very good.
Yeah, it was tough as steel. So, it was kept it pushing, played the show. And I feel good now. Everything is squared away. I haven't had no pains in my body and no cricks or aches or nothing like that.
No internal bleeding.
Nothing, man. I've been chilling. I don't know why. It's kind of nuts. I would have thought I'd been worse off. Maybe something in the future when I'm 40, but that's future Daniel's problem.
So, I mean, obviously that experience is like very memorable, but I was gonna see if you guys had like each a most memorable experience from the tour.
I don't know. The whole time we were in New York was really fun because we were there for like a week because we had a couple like shows outside the tour booked. One in New York, one in Boston. So that was just really fun. They'd never been there. And we all just like really kind of fell in love with the city immediately. It was a lot of fun. Just, kind of experiencing that. I don't know. Best show of the tour though was like Sacramento, oddly enough. I feel like every time we say that to someone, they're like, what? Like, fuck Sacramento.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. That place was sick.
What was the venue?
Really pretty. The venue was the Holy Diver. Like nothing was sponsored by like Slane whiskey the whole tour, and they took us out for like lunch at this place, this like chicken place that like Slane has an account at, and they took like us and Frankie out like before the show, and it was like in this restaurant. You walk back, and then they walked us back to this like secret like door in a supplies closet.
Damn.
They were like, knock on this door and someone will let you in. And then we knock on the door, and then all of a sudden the wall with like toilet paper and like cleaning supplies and stuff like opens up with like a person right there. And then so we did that and just got like lunch on the Slane account. But really good show. Like the crowd was crazy, and then they like bum rushed our merch like right after our set.
Yeah, sick.
And it was like beautiful out. It was like perfect, like 75 and sunny. Hung out at like a park that was like a ladybird filming location, so that was kind of fire.
Awesome. Eli, did you have a most memorable tour experience?
I think the DC car thing was just too like classic, especially like my perspective of it. Just like showing up to see that was pretty like crazy. I think a positive one that's like just like wholesome was the last show we played. Was it Grand Rapids? I don't remember. Yeah. It was just like a culmination of like everybody's feelings. Like I just, like all the bands, like we played, probably like everybody played their best set. I feel like and at the end of it, I was just in tears. Like, man, this is beautiful. Like I've experienced so much, like the highs and lows. It just was really cool.
It was like, like just really like became like friends with all of those guys. Like, like seeing them like every day for a month. It's kind of crazy to just be like, oh, this is like the last day I'll see any of you for who knows how long.
And exactly, like going off of that, it's crazy. I didn't 40 days before, I didn't even know these people. Like by the end of it, I was so vulnerable. I'm like telling them how I feel. I'm all like hugging them and all this. It's just like, it was sick.
That is sick.
So you're heading back out on tour again with Naked Giants in February, just joining them for the Northwest states. So aside from it, like obviously not being as long as before, do you think it'll be different, maybe in the sense that like they're all semi-local shows? Like what do you expect to be different on this next one?
I think our performance is going to be, I think now we're definitely way more, we got our feet wet off the first tour, you know, so I think we're a little more tighter now. I think the music's going to sound better. Our stage presence is going to go up. I'm definitely excited to put on a better show than from the first tour.
For sure.
Awesome. And then with your live set, is your like 5-song EP, is that usually enough to fill your opening set, or do you throw in like some stuff that you haven't released yet when you play live?
It
We
varies.
usually play like 8 or 9 songs.
Okay.
A lot of our songs are kind of short, so we can cram a lot into 30 minutes.
Cool. And then I think it's like less than 2 weeks now, right? You're playing like your first headlining show. You guys really psyched for that?
Yeah, for sure.
Just because you guys are so used to being an opening band, does that change how you feel about this show, or are you just like really excited to play?
It's really excited in general. Like the way that we kicked off the last tour, we actually did play like a headline show, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was, the first show we played
we did a headline at Baby's All Right.
Oh.
And honestly, like that set the bar high, so that like when we had to open for the rest of the thing, we kind of had to get used to that. So it's like either way, I feel like we can handle it.
Cool. Well, good luck at that. I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
And I was really, this is kind of random off topic, but I was really interested in like your individual influences. So from what I understand, Aramis has been really involved in like the local hip hop scene for a while, and also carries some of that influence into his songwriting. But you're all also pretty big fans of 90s music as well. So would you say that all of your personal influences carry through in your sound, or is there more that has yet to be heard?
Right now,
good question.
That is a good question. Yeah, for me, a lot of my personal, I mean, I'm new to drums, so a lot of the knowledge I have now of like anybody who's, I guess, big in the drum scene is fairly new, and I'm just kind of catching up with everybody. I have some people from back in the day, some bands who I kind of steal some styles they might use, some techniques. I might study some of the polyrhythms and stuff, like, you know, but other than that, I can't really say I have anybody. Yeah, I guess there's more to come. I guess I'll say there's more to come. That's a tough one. Yeah, there's more to come.
Cool.
That's a good question.
Yeah, not for sure. I share that same kind of like perspective of being so new. It's kind of like you're just catching up, and like there's definitely things that I'll pull from like an era of music, but I don't know if there's one band like or one player or whatever that I take everything from. It's more of like, oh, this time period feels like this, so like I kind of want to mimic that and put my spin on it. And that's, I feel like, what a lot of the things that we've been working on, like, or some of the songs that we play like in our set feel like just like a time capsule.
Definitely realized I've had an underappreciation for drums and music until like I didn't really focus too much on like what the drums were doing in a lot of my favorite like rock songs or like rock artists or anything. So I was always kind of like, I don't know, I never really acknowledged any drummer. I never really learned the drummer's name. I always just got the front man. So I feel bad now, like, but I'm definitely learning to kind of focus more on like all the parts of the band that I'm into, I guess.
Come on, dude, you don't know Travis Barker?
Yeah, I know the fucking basics. You know, I know the basics of those guys, but anybody else, like, and even those guys they're pretty basic in like the drum scene. You can go watch their videos on YouTube, but there's dozens of other guys making videos on their style of music, like play like Travis Barker, you know. Like,
Dave Grohl tutorials.
It's just a gang of those out there. It's nuts, but yeah, shit. I feel like I'm fairly new to drums still, so I'm really just trying to take any inspiration I can from anybody. Like that's why it was so cool on tour, being able to watch this guy who's more experienced than me really, you know, own it like up there, like really figure out his setup and really figure out what works for him on stage, where to put everything, and how to get the sounds right. You know, and he's working with the engineer and stuff. Like it was cool being with that band for sure. I'm grateful to be with both of them for real because I learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot. I don't know about Nathan though. Go ahead, man. How you feeling?
I think the new stuff definitely. Like, I mean, on the EP, I just played bass, so I don't know. I feel like that didn't. I don't really play bass that much, so I feel like it wasn't like a whole lot of like my taste in stuff. But me and Aramis do share, like, as far as like rock music goes, we share a lot of similar inspirations. And then I think with like the new stuff and everything, like with playing guitar, which is like really the instrument I play, I think like a lot of like my tastes and stuff have shined through. And I think just the four of us playing together for a longer time now helps each like individual's like, you know, like tastes like pop out a little bit more.
But with guitar, who do you really fuck with? Like who's somebody you really watched and learned from coming up? Because you're way better at guitar than anything.
I don't know. I mean, I've loved Prince since I was like a little kid. He's one of like he's still like one of the coolest guitar players to me. And then
he's the best.
Yeah, he's the best. I mean, he plays fucking every instrument like better than I'll ever know one. But
he's the one guy who he's like allowed to be a dickhead, and that's crazy.
Yeah, he's allowed to be a dickhead because he's like a fucking genius. He's a star.
Like, and then just be like, "Fuck you, shut up." And no one can tell him anything. Like,
exactly.
Like, Prince told me to shut up.
Prince, like you wrote Purple Rain. Like, what can I say to you?
What can I say? I can say it back, but it doesn't hold the same. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and then I think like other people who really influence, I guess I'd probably like sound more like is like I love like Noel Gallagher's like playing, like he just like did lead guitar in such an interesting like kind of simple way. Like, you know, he's really good at guitar, but like an Oasis guitar solo is like not that complicated,
right?
But it's like it really fits a song. And then like I think like Jay Mascis is cool because he has like that. It's just like melodic, but it's also like a little bit like messy and like loud.
Do you guys have any contemporary influences?
I don't know. Like, I mean, a lot of the bands like coming up now, like Soccer Mommy's cool.
Yeah.
Wednesday's cool. This band Mama is really cool. Like, as far as modern stuff, I listen to a lot more like pop or like rap music than guitar stuff.
Same. I just listen to other shit. Like, if there's a cool band that I got to know about, I'll check it out. But there's never really been like a recent time where I'm like, oh man, this song makes me want to do this. That's just
I feel like I'm listening to like J.J. Cale and some of like his older music and stuff. And I'm trying to get inspiration for drums from him lately. But other than that, I can relate. Yeah, I kind of try to always steer away from the music I make and listen to other things. I never want to get wrapped up into like, because I used to, I don't know, when I used to like try to make music, I felt like if I listen to too much of it, I'm going to get on the guitar and I'm going to make something that sounds eerily similar.
Yeah.
Like my brain is just going to kind of fill that in. And I don't want to do that. But if I'm listening to rap music all day and then I hop on guitar, it's like any idea that comes is kind of, random. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just felt different to me. So I try to stick away from a lot of drum stuff if I can, unless I'm just looking for techniques to kind of grab. And if I do, I kind of stick to late 70s, early 70s stuff because there's just a lot of good techniques crafted around that time. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that just came about. A lot of people were experimenting with music. Like music was big. Like a lot of big band stuff was getting serious. Like, in the 70s for me, like it's I don't know. Yeah, JJ Cale. That's a good question. Who else though? I can't think of anyone else, but JJ Cale, check him out. He's solid and he's beautiful.
Cool.
Did he write Cocaine?
I don't know.
Was he the one who wrote that song? I know like Clapton made it famous, but
I gotta look it up. But I think
fuck Clapton though.
I think so. Yeah, he got some hits, but I don't know. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna run y'all down on JJ Cale. Just check him out. I'm serious.
Will do. One more question on that topic. Who is someone that you would love to play a show with? Like, if you were to double headline a show with anybody, who would it be?
Chief Keef.
Chief Keef. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
I was about to say Chief Keef.
That would be a wild show.
That'd be sick. If it was another band, I guess like Turnstile, who is already touring with Chief Keef.
Them or Chief Keef or maybe
Yeet. Lucky, maybe.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Some rappers would be cool, basically.
Yeah.
If we could just mix it up. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have any plans at all for like a more directly like rap influenced song? I just think with your instrumentation,
moment,
like, okay. Yeah, that would
not in the moment. And if we did, we wouldn't tell you anyway.
That's okay. I'm still trying that.
I think it'd be really hard. Like, it'd be cool if we like collabed with like a cool rapper on something now.
That'd be sick.
Like, we could like push Travis Barker out of the way.
Yeah, no,
Ladaniel
I
can be
think-
the new drummer.
Nah, don't do that. Don't put his name in there, man. Don't box me out because someone's gonna hear this, and then Travis Barker's gonna fucking blackball me in the drum roll. Like, oh, this guy thinks he's hot shit.
no placement.
This guy thinks he's hot shit. Get him out of here.
You want to get no draft. No.
Don't put my name in the same realm as his. It's a tough. He's way better than me. It's an easy comparison to make. Made me look bad in comparison.
I just don't like the
we could go like Limp Bizkit type beat.
I think who else? Yeah, like who else could we really go on tour with that be tight though? That makes sense, like rap wise.
Yeah.
Because Chief Keef is a fire one. That's a fire one, honestly. But who else? Like,
I mean, there's always Party, but like,
yeah, right.
he's kind of already doing the guitar thing. It's a little boss. I don't.
We could do it. That'd be a fun one though.
Yeah.
If we went crazy enough, yeah, we could. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen.
Go out with Rico or something.
Okay, Rico would be sick. That'd be
Rico Nasty would be fire. I think that would work because her shit's like kind of heavy. It'd work with like a guitar band, I think.
Well, okay.
I'm interested in that though.
Cool. Yeah, I love those ideas.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. I got one last question for you guys, and I like to keep it kind of broad. So, and I guess without revealing too much, what can we expect from Enumclaw moving forward?
A lot of music.
Awesome.
A lot of touring for sure.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Quality content coming to you from everywhere.
We're gonna make Eli make TikToks. Yeah, probably like more and like cooler merch. Like probably outside just like t-shirts and hoodies.
Just get ready to see us be the best band in the world.
For sure.
The Jimbo Demo vinyl at some point.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be the biggest band in the world, I guess.
I guess. I mean, that's the only thing left,
ready?
right?
Yeah, that's the only thing left.
Just keep working.
Cool. And actually, that's funny. You mentioned TikTok, and there was this viral. You guys know about this because I think it was on your Instagram. But there was that viral thing. That guy yelling horse cock at your shows.
Yeah.
Did you?
The security guard in Detroit. Yeah. What about?
Oh, so I was gonna ask. Did you guys ever like actually notice that guy, or was he just?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us heard it.
I didn't hear him say it, but I ended up smoking with dude before the show. Like I'm like walking around looking to like trying to smoke before like I'm asking security like, yo, where can I? Right. And dude's like, yo, I got you, man. And then right after the show, horse cock.
From Tacoma, Washington, we're Enumclaw. Thank you, Detroit.
Horse cock!
Daps us up too after the show.
It's so funny that's the show that went viral too, because that crowd was stiff as a fucking board. Like it was like Weekend at Bernie's in that bitch.
Man,
I knew it was bad when like first of all the comments were just tearing us apart, but I knew it was bad when people that like did not fuck with me at all were like sending me shit like, bro, did you see this? Oh my god, everybody had to see this.
It was bad.
Yeah, like my friend sent it to me. I had just told him about you guys. I was like, oh, you got to listen to Enumclaw. This was probably back in October, I think. And then he sent me that TikTok like 3 days later. He was like, is this Enumclaw? I was like, oh, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, everyone was texting us the next morning. Like, this has 1 million views. It was on my For You page. Like, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's weird, too, that it, like, got such a response on TikTok because, and what you said about the crowd is so true. At the show, it looks like no one heard him at all.
Yeah.
No one reacted. And like even when like nothing was up there, like they said the same thing. They were like, that crowd was like, might as well have not even been there. It was like you spent $20 just to stand. Like you can just put the record on and sit on your couch if you don't want to like have fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a weird show. Cool venue though. Staff was all.
It was a cool venue.
Everyone there was pretty cool. There was like a cool like outdoor like it was like a grassy like area with a bunch of picnic tables. It was pretty cool.
It's nice, yeah. I like
met the guy Goose there. Remember Goose?
What's that? Goose? I don't know if I even met Goose.
It's just this like entrepreneur dude that just pulled up and was just like on his shit. He just showed us a whole bunch of like tight shitties or something. It's like a young fella. He went crazy.
Shout out at Goose Pack.
At Goose Pack.
Something like that.
Like,
A+ tangent. Okay.
Yes, I loved it. That was probably my favorite little conversation of the interview, so I'm glad it happened. So aside from definitely making a TikTok, more merch, and lots more music and more touring, right?
Oh yeah, they're
Awesome.
trying to keep us busy this year
Sweet. Okay, that's really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope I get to see you guys.
for sure.
Cool. Catch Enumclaw out on tour with Naked Giants if you're in the Northwest, and stay tuned for everything they have to come. In the meantime, watch their videos and listen to Jimbo Demo on repeat. This is really fun, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, dude.